Plateau Indegenes vow to defend selves against Fulani killers. Conference of Autochthonous Ethnic Nationalities Community Development Association has vowed to defend its people against marauding Fulani militia. The group stated yesterday that since government security operatives were not doing their job of protecting lives and property, the people would start to defend themselves. It stated, as from today, we are going to protect ourselves and our property. We will fence our lands. Whoever trespasses will be prosecuted. We will not allow intruders to come in again. In fact, we don't want to disclose how we will do that. We are going to plant protective plants. If cows eat them, they will die, and the owners will know that their cows had trespassed. Fantastic. We know that the terrorists are armed to the teeth, but we will do everything possible to defend ourselves. Some people, unfortunately, have been marked for elimination from the land. Addressing journalists yesterday, spokesman for the group, Suleiman Surukam, said about 1.5 million people from Tiv land of Benue State were still languishing at the internally displaced persons camp without care by government. He added that over 400 people were attacked in Irigwe. He expressed dissatisfaction over the way government had been handling the security crisis in the country, especially in Miango, Irigwe community of Plateau State. According to Surukam, Irigwe's case is more pathetic because of their closeness to the 3rd Armored Division, adding that 13 villages were ransacked by the Fulani invading terrorists. The group said that government did not live up to its responsibility of protecting citizens, hence it was calling on the international community to come to their aid. Cool. This is the energy that we need. I mean, obviously this is all saying, but obviously it starts with the talk. All the hype starts with the talk, and then we will know how serious they really are, to be very honest. And that is it. This is the vibe. This is the energy that we need, because the government is not going to come to their aid. Nothing. They have got to come. They themselves have to come to their own aid, and that is what it is. That is what I mean. Every single part of the country where there has been Fulani attacks, the people have created something to defend themselves. Be it a militia arm, be it an unofficial vigilante group. Something was created. They defended their way themselves in a way, in some way, sort of form, and they've got to do that, because these bodies are not government owned, so they are obviously from the community. They made these things to protect themselves, and they're gonna have to. Someone says, brothers, you don't need to tell them the doing killings are outsiders, and the government knows about this. All what we know, anybody who has hands in present kidnapping will never have peace, including his family members. Alright, someone here says, no, don't protect yourselves, allow them to annihilate you. Fear. Listen, there is no way to be mean about this. I understand. Listen, we're like, okay, it's been a long time, okay, it's not something that, okay, fine. I mean, from the fact that they had Boko Haram and all that, I mean, they have got to have been doing something, but it is a step in the right direction. And yes, I think it would curl frustrations from the south when we're just like, excuse me, you're calling on this government. How do we defend ourselves? We use ourselves to defend ourselves, not the government. So you have got to do the same, except you want to die, I guess. Someone says yes, or rise and defend yourselves before it is too late. It's already too late. They have no choice now. The choice that they have is they have to have a choice. The choice is either for them to defend themselves or nothing, and the outcome is determined by the choice that they make. They should not worry themselves. They should fold their arms and expect Fulani Nigeria president to fight for them. Well, he seems to be pro Fulani, well, for the elites only, but yeah, I mean, it's like, come on. Someone says, please defend yourself vigorously against the harassment and activities, only if they'll be allowed to do so. What do you mean if they'll be allowed to do so? IPOB is literally prescribed as a terrorist organization. That does not mean that they did not make ASN. Obviously, what they're going through is obviously a very different situation, a different bad blood between them and the government that is different. However, because they were prescribed a terrorist group did not stop them from defending themselves. even though they go against the government. So the risk for them was higher and they still did it anyway. So what's the risk for them? And also in the southwest as well, we have Amotekun and we have a lot more. I can't mention them, but I know that they are there because they have stepped up to occasions where they have actually defended themselves. So yeah. Somebody here says, do we need all the noise? Give them superior aggression. It's getting too late. Do we need all the noise? It's Nigeria. There has to be noise about it in some way, shape, or form. So yes, there needs to be noise because even in the south as well, there is always noise. You have got to know. They will like you can't obviously understand. Okay, you do things in silence and all that, but doing things in terms of asserting yourself and asserting your position, saying that you are this, you are capable of this. The hype alone builds you. It makes them themselves prepared, if anything, and it makes you want to stand up to what you have said about yourself because it'd be embarrassing to downplay or actually underperform from what you have said you wanted to do. So I guess that's it. Another comment here says, now is the time to defend yourselves. AK-47 rifles to vigilante. Defend your lands, fence it. Any trespassers should not be prosecuted but killed immediately. No justice in Nigeria. Sounds very harsh, sounds very, black or white, but it's what the country has forced its citizens to think like. It's either you survive or you die, and by any means, people are ready to do whatever. Sounds harsh, but not in a place like Nigeria. Nigeria is a jungle. Somebody here says, don't trust the government, they are one and the same. God will help you defend your land. With the hope at the end of the tenure, ICC would do the needful. Really, would they do? Because we call them for answers, nothing. I mean, maybe they could have been performative. Maybe they were performative about it, but they never really saw anything through. So, I'm like, international community, all right, cool. If they appear to be doing the most, they must have been paid in some backyard back dealing. Somebody here says, no, continue to drink Buroko and Pito until they finish you people lazy youth. Your work is to drink and chase women. It's better you wake up or they will wipe you people out and take over your land. You don't have to be insulting. Okay, you can have said all that without being disrespectful. Please, we ignore that. Someone here says Governor Otto and his people tried this and they faced the negative consequences from above. It was then the AK-47 headers gathered more strength to kill them the more. This means that they can listen. For the fact is it's too late for them. This is not the time they should have been reacting. But look at the situation. They have to. They have no choice, or else they will continue to die. And because they waited so long, the fight will obviously be harder. 100%. 1000%. They waited way too long. This is beyond the time they should have been, they should have been active. So it is what it is. They're going to have to stand up, and that's what it is. But if you can, don't forget to like and subscribe.